Well, well, well. After a couple of months away, a new game has been handed upon us, and we all return. Here in AEC F1, the Artemis Esports Championship is back once more, and our greenhorn makes its return again to AEC. Welcome back, everyone, to the Artemis Esports Championship. I am Ross Greenhorn, and I am very much looking forward to what is, I believe, one of the first team races on the return to F1, sort of league racing, team racing as such. You can see where is all of the specified car logos, your Red Bull, Mercedes, ATC. There is problems with the game, of course. Cars are not equal, as been found by some top quality drivers. I believe it's something like the Alpine is a tenth quicker than some other cars, so everyone said we're not doing that. So we are in multiplayer cars once more, and everyone's done their best to represent their team's colours as best as they possibly could. So let's have a go then. We're here at the Spa-Francorchamps circuit here in Belgium, a lovely circuit. I tell you, this has been one of the more fan favourite tracks. As you can see, we have track laser update. You can see the track has been laser scanned with the curbs all getting updates. No longer these big massive fat curbs on the inside of the corners that you can take all the way through. No, these tight curbs that can spin you, mind you, on the inside, nice and tight all the way through, and even through at least a no-name. Now you can see that corner left hand side is now that really thin with the grass there, so you get a flick onto that. Could be a long 360 round for you, but and again, it is looking fantastic here in Spa-Francorchamps. The grid looking competitive as such. Not sure what's happened to the last driver, but everyone is here who should be here, and I'm looking forward to today's race. Oh, tell you what though, this man making a return as well, I've just realised. Mr. FRT Chelsea fan. He took a stop to the game after being a part of MVR. He is making his return for Future Racing Team, where it all began for the man. He qualified into the WR Leagues Division. He even scored a podium, which sadly got taken away in the end. 4th place in WR Leagues Monaco, and now Chelsea's going to wait for FRT here at Belgium. We're going to go for it. As it comes towards the bus stop chicane, we can see this new handling model and the all new effects they've made to this game. We'll make sure it's a little clean up as possible. And MVR Chelsea on his way down towards turn number 1 here at La Source. You can see the track had just been a little bit more thinner, it seems, I would say, than the last game, but dropping down to 3rd gear, tight on the inside curb and all the way through. That curb's now raised on the left hand side. No longer a tarmac runoff, it's now got a gravel runoff, so if you go wide there, pretty big mistake as of nowadays. You can see Upper Rouge a lot tighter now, more of a turn to that right hand side, but the left still the same, flat out all the way through. DRS coming down the straight. We now also have the ability of 3 ERS modes: hot lap, medium hot lap, and overtake are now available during the qualifying lap. Other than F1 23s, just hot lap and overtake. You can see it now though, in VR Chelsea still flying on with that sector 1. It looks pretty good so far. Sector 2 coming up next. The time should be somewhere in the 40, low 40.0s, I would presume. I'm not too sure how fast some of these drivers can go, but we can only all find out today. Down towards the turn number 12 then at Pouon, again flat out like it was in the likes of F1 and 21. That was a more satisfying game, taking flat out. It's even better now in F1 and 24. Turn 13, 14 at Campus, and then going towards turn number 15 at Stavlo. The flick into the left hand side, one of the harder corners due to that rear traction not being too great here on the F1 24 game, but go down through Stavlo and up towards turn 15 at the Cour Paul Frere. All the way flat out through this part of the track. This is going to be where people will gain or lose your time, because some have some ERS left to use, some don't. You can see Chelsea's been using that ERS in different parts of the lap to gain that little bit of time on where others maybe wouldn't. You can see Chelsea now, they'll fly towards the bus stop chicane at turn number 19 and number 20. Heavy braking zone down in the 3rd gear, slight little slide into the corner. Another left-hander finish off the lap, turn number 20, and FRT Chelsea on his return. A 41.6 is nothing to complain about for your first lap. Oh, goodness me. Welcome back, FRT Chelsea, and welcome back everyone in the Twitch chat. I can see that we are already filling up, which is exactly what we want to do. T. Andrea next with the 42.1. I'll see how nice of the F1 23 champions NVR are doing. I'll tell you what though, Justin, their newest signing to the team, how is Gabor getting on his lap? He's also invalidated his lap. The MVR guys not doing too good so far. TF10 Flow, pretty typical. Following up, that looks like the likes of Reyes F1 or Finn Bob coming up here. Finn Bob is also invalidated. House Tech, Brutal getting, he's coming towards the bus stop chicane. It's hard to find people on lap series, even harder when the cars aren't even signified. Jake, 42.2. How does Tech Brutal get on? He jumps up into a 41.6. Great start so far for Tech, Brutal and AERT Jake. But MVR Chelsea's time still yet to be beaten. How is Shazoo Larch getting on? He's just starting off his lap, going up towards the end of Orange. Now down the Kemmel Straight, all the way down this straight. This awfully long straight, but will be very much more effective once the race kicks in. Of course, a lot of talk about with this new game, even the new rules like of F1. You know, we know that DRS now kicks in at lap number 2 and not number 3, meaning that these people can get racing right away after that first lap. So you get away strongly and nicely, keeping that DRS of the car ahead, and you'll be fine for that next lap. Of course, we can also talk about an AEC, this all new weather. They are talking about here, the all-new weather edition by JT himself. To be honest with you, I am not too sure how it works. I'm just going to read out what he wrote a couple of weeks ago in the announcements. It was, this means real live custom weather. This means teams and drivers can look beforehand what the weather prediction is for the race, at decide whether to practice more in the rain or in the dry conditions. Around 15 minutes before the session starts, you'll look at the predictions and we'll set the custom weather to the real live weather conditions. So pretty much he's linked us to a BBC a kind of BBC link on what the weather's going to be. So today's weather quality is of course all dry here, light cloud. Then the first slot is light cloud, second slot clear, third slot is clear. So the drivers have been practicing all week and will know that these weather conditions are all dry today. There was some talk of maybe some rain coming, for GT said to me, but yep, no rain in today's race. Everyone had managed to get away with that. A full dry race for us today. So this is going to be a yeah, an interesting one. Lurch taking a little trip to the gravel there. We know the gravel actually kicks back up onto the track now. So that is another one thing that is a little bit more confusing. Gabor is not on a lap. I'm trying to just find someone who's on a lap. Is Finn Bob on a lap? Finn Bob is not on a lap. Jesus me. Everyone seems to have finished as of now. Slowest being Meadow, fastest being Chelsea still. Chelsea's banker lap looking to be very, very quick. MVR not off to the greatest of starts, down to P16 and 19 with Gabor and Justin. That was someone jumping up there. I didn't actually catch who it was, but anyway, we will move on with that. Looks to be Simbarots 1. It was Simbarots 1, a 41.5 for the FGE man. Another big announcement. False Group Esports going a fully no assist team. Can I do this to everyone over there? Hope to wish them all the best, because I know they'll definitely be competing in AEC Tier S this season after their pretty strong performances near the back end of last season. Simbarots 1 being one of the crucial parts of the team, it seems, up in 5th place so far, competing in some of these WR social races, some of the high-end Tier 1 drivers. So Simba could be eyeing himself up for potentially getting WR Tier 2 again and competing with some of these bigger names on both PlayStation and on Xbox. TTM Lucas, another name I haven't seen much about. We obviously all know about the usual Shizou Lucho 6. The man's been about, he's no longer in Shizou, now in the newly created Prodigy Racing. Yes, PGR competing in this mini-series race, owned by Kenzie FEP and Harry Jenner 24. They've already built up themselves a really nice roster. Some would just say a reminiscence of TF10, except not under Alex Amorte's ownership, under Kenzie FEP. So yeah, there'll be obviously a couple of people talking about that. But I have Shizou Lucho 6, who I believe just coming into the pits. He is. Who is that out on track right now? Is that I'm trying to see the car colour, a bit confusing. ATX, is indeed ATX. Andrea and Neil. I'm going to say Neil Guillot. I'm just going to say Neil Guillot. That sounds French enough to me. Yeah, Neil Guillot out for ATX alongside ET Andrea. Andrea also another one was competing in the WR social races. He was doing not too bad for himself. I just scored a P2 in the last WR social race. Myself and James Head commentated on that one. Gabor also had was doing alright in the race and unfortunately binned it later on. Do you expect much else on a Hungarian? I wouldn't say so, to be honest with you. I wouldn't say so. Though, Easton, we're not starting this brain rot stuff. I cannot be bothered with it. Not even tonight, just ever. Can't be bothered with it tonight. Big up that Kenzie FEP guy, big up that Harry Jenner. I agree, big up Harry Jenner, he's great. Not big up Kenzie FEP though, his ego's too big already. Oh, track already getting nice and busy again though, but Neil Guillot will look towards the bus stops again and get himself going for what will be, I believe, a second lap attempt with 8 minutes and 50 seconds left in this session. Okay, we're not starting this, guys, I'm sorry, I'm not even going to deal with this anymore. Here we go then with Neil Guillot. Down towards the starting line, DRS opening really early on after you finish off the bus stop chicane, and here he goes then, attacking turn number 1 at La Source. You can see them, we've seen Chelsea take that really, really tight, and that is still the best time to beat so far for FRT Chelsea, using that battery on the exit of turn number 1 at La Source, up towards this turn 3, 4, 5 connection of corners through Eau Rouge at the top of the straight, down towards the Kemmel straight now, DRS all the way down the straight. This will be the, I would say, the overtaking place if you want to get moves done in the race safely and also get through without losing any time ahead. Down, dropping it into 5th gear, this is where you really want to get that traction zone down. You don't want to be losing the rear here, otherwise you'll be right into those barriers that have been moved a little bit closer this game, it seems, than it was last game. Keep it at 4th gear all the way through turn number 10 at Brussels, and through No Name at turn 11, taking that curb on the right hand side. It's just a slight lift off the throttle in 5th gear for Andrea. Sorry, for Neil Guillot there, as he kept it flat all the way through here, through Pouon at turn number 12, turn 13, 14, coming up off campus. He's had a pretty decent lap in that. They've got a lovely gold card, perfect way to represent the ATX colours. All the cars kind of mixed with this purple lining due to this being just the basic car this season. It's disappointing. But 4th gear for Neil Guillot, and he's got this long straight to go. Then just finished off Stavelot now through the curb, Paul Frere. And then he's got Blanchimont and the bus stop chicane to go. 4 more corners, just 4 more corners. Not really much places, but a big one coming up where this can be a make or break moment for your lap. We'll see it then all the way through. The bus stop chicane then 19 and 20, a tight right hander, keeping it 3rd gear. Oh, wide it seemed there. The bus stop chicane, it wasn't great braking for Neil Guillot. He'll go towards the line though for ATX. Neil jumps up into 11th place. How's his teammate getting on? Andrea has unfortunately invalidated. What would his time have been? No, a 41.6. Would have been a big improvement, up at just in behind Tech Brutal there. For AERT. How is Chelsea getting on actually? He's flying on in purple in the middle sector. We'll see FRT Chelsea then finish off this lap again. Not got a lot of battery life, but I feel like this is what he wants to do. But typical, up one's his team, does his teammate by 1, should I say, sorry, as he jumps up at the top of the session with a 41.229 TF10 flow, the PGR flow nowadays, a 41.1. Can MVR Chelsea fire back for future racing team Chelsea across the line? He can't. It's still an sorry, he must have lost time in that last sector. It's not an improvement. He holds on to P3, not for long. Good. Justin jumps up into 2nd place with a 0.1. No one can jump ahead of Justin for now. Gergo into 5th, Finbob into 6th place. Everyone kind of just getting their laps on the board right about now. Gabor across the line. Gabor to the top of the session, a 41.124. It's your time to beat. MVR got the hang of it now. That's a 1-3 already for them, with the PGR driver just splitting them so far. How are we doing elsewhere on track? I don't see many people medal. SG going to finish off this lap here for FGE. He's got his teammate up there in P9 so far, the 41.5. Can Medal answer back with a 44.4. It's not been great so far by FGE Medal. Can Medal reply back with at least a 42? He had a 42.5. Won't move him up ahead of anyone though. Is that Venom on a lap? It is indeed Venom on a flying lap attempt as he's down. He is actually down on that lap and he won't be finishing it. Let's have a look then. Who is on a lap? It's Andrea. He is not. It's Jake on a lap. Jake is also invalidated. What is everyone invalidated nowadays? PSR Boots jumped up into 7th place, and AMS Gergo also jumped up into the 0.1s with a 41.193. AMS Gergo, by the way, he's had a couple of good times in the old time trial leaderboard. Now he's trying to see it in the session now, matching the likes of Justin, Flo and Gabor. It's not something to be overshadowed here. Ran out deployment for the bra. Okay, I see, that makes more sense, Aiden. That makes a lot more sense. Because he was up, he had that purple middle sector, and then just obviously lost it all in that final. But you just said the ERS management becoming crucial for these teams. MVR, PGR, if they posted up with Mad Dog, Scooby-Doo type shit. Okay, Kenzie, you need to just stop. He's banned from the chat, honestly. Goodness gracious me. 4 minutes 25 then left of this qualifying session. MVR back to starting off pretty well so far, should I say, with a 41.1, the time to beat by the Hungarian himself, Mr. MVR Gabor. His usual person beating him, Liam Bowman, of course, moving over to PC. Gabor will be feeling pretty happy about that, just so he knows that it won't be one less person to beat this game, especially AMS of all the Hungarian Wonder Kids. That's true. AMS do randomly spawn in these Hungarian guys out of nowhere. Says on Gratske on PS, he's another one that I've seen that seems, you know, pretty good. Right, fix. Goodness me. the pit physics rumbled my controller, and my wire that isn't very secure in my controller fell out. So unfortunately, that was that situation. So, and we won't be watching anyone in the pits anymore then, unfortunately. We are okay, don't worry. Everything's fine. Goodness me, what that's something I've already learned. The pit physics are even on in spectator cam. Anyways, moving on. If anyone wants to predict who's going to get pole and what the time is, I'll send you a 5 if you get it exactly right. We'll do that, why not? MVR Gabor then. Looking to see if he can break that 0.0 barrier. Flow as well, a little bit just to the Gergo. I think typical in Chelsea aren't two to write off just yet. I'll tell you what though, crucial for this game, you realise everyone's flying around the track. Why are we not brake dragging? Why are we not doing that? It has been changed once again this game. The brake drag physics in this game have been completely changed. No more brake dragging. You literally have to just weave and go as fast as you can. Get those tyres up to temperature. So all these people will have mega fast outlets. That is just because that is the best way to get your tyres up to speed. I can see since I mentioned money, everyone's going to be putting times in. That's not like everyone. A 40.862. Yeah, I think you're a bit off there. I think that's a little bit off, Easton, I'm not going to lie. J Ronaldo 40.8. Everyone's a 40.8. I think a 40.9. 41.0. 40.8. 0.3 is 41.003. That's actually, I like that guess, Joseph. It's a bit better. 40.9. 40.923. I like the 0.9. I'm not sure a 0.8 is going to happen. I like the predictions, people. Let's find out who is going to get it. We've got Chelsea leading away once more, as it was at the start of the session. He got the first lap on the board and stayed at the top for a very long time until the likes of Gabor, Justin and Flo had words to say about it. Let's see then. MVR Chelsea. FRT Chelsea, I should say, sorry. The gamer tags really need to change nowadays, honestly. Chelsea then, getting going for one final time this session. 1 minute 25 left. We'll see how he does. In towards Lassource now in turn number 1. Oh, he looked very heavy on the brakes there. That might not be a great turn 1, but we'll see it though. They come towards the line again, using that ERS on the exit of the corner. We're trying to gain back a bit of time that you might have lost. Through Rouge comes in up towards the Camel straight. Oh, close to turning a little bit too sharply there and getting in a validation. 50% ERS already for Chelsea and FRT. I'm not too sure how good or bad that is. Only time will tell. We see other people's laps. A 30.7. He is up ever so slightly on that sector 1 he had in his first banker lap. He hasn't improved that banker lap, mind you. Neil Giot has binned it at the Coeur Paul Frere. I'm not sure how he's managed that, but we'll just ignore that for now. Chelsea still going on with this lap he's got so far. Seems okay in the middle side. They're a bit cleaner than it was in the first. That turn 1 did look not great at all from Chelsea. So if he's got time in the lap, he'll need to gain it in that final set. Aiden did say definitely he ran out of ERS in that final set the last time, so he's got to have a bit better ERS management, and it looks it this time. It looks a lot better. He's got more in the tank to finish off the lap. We'll see it then coming through Stavolo now at turn 15, keeping it in the limits barely, and he is over 2:10 sub, a 10.5, sorry, should we say, on that 41.2. That will put him top of the table if he can put this lap together. I'll put him into the 0.0s and be the time to beat. Let's see if he's got anything in the final sector. And the session officially over. The checkered flag is being waved. Simbarox 1 couldn't get another lap in. How can Chelsea answer back though to these front runners? He's just come through the end of the bus stop chicane. A great exit out the corner. Can Chelsea put it to the top of the session for future racing team? He can! A 41.028 being the time to beat by FRT Chelsea. How are the MVR boys getting on? It looks like Justin might be finishing those. Gabor finishing through the bus. Oh, big mistake there it seemed. At the bus stop chicane, a little bit too sharp it seemed there for MVR Gabor. How can Gabor do across the line? He can improve anyway. A 40.925. How does Justin answer back? Can Justin go first? Justin at the third place. 41.129 for MVR. Justin Finbob into 5th place. Can Flo answer back for anything for PGR? Looking to see what they can do in their first race on F1 at 24. Still Gabor, Chelsea, Justin. Flo across the line. Flo in a 2nd place. A 41.026, just 2 thousandths faster than MVR Chelsea. Their typical keeps 6th place. Can Gergo do anything on his lap? He's still going on his fast lap. Now he's up in the middle sector. Can Gergo jump into a top 3 position here? He's only got the bus stop chicane to go. A big place to make mistakes though. Can Gergo find anything in his final sector to jump even higher than 7th place for AMS? He's only got 6 people ahead of him. Can he make it less than that? As across the line now, Gergo into 4th place. A 41.100 for the AMS driver. Can anyone answer back with anyone? Can Shazoo Lurch get a time on the board for PGR? He has no front wing. Lurch will be at the back of the grid. Medal does end up beating someone and being Neil Gill, and unfortunately PGR Lurch no time on the board, starting 19th. Well. MVR winning TRS. Why not get pole in the first mini-series race as well? Gabor running it back as to F123. He takes pole here in the Belgium Mini Series race. Flo in second place for PGR, 41.0. Chelsea just 2 thousandths cleared by PGR. Flo, AMS Gergo in fourth. MVR Justin in fifth. Finbob in sixth. Typical seventh. TTM Boots in eighth. Shizou Bobbers in 9th, Tech Bro in 10th, Andrea 12th, Lucas in Andrea 11th, Lucas 12th, Simbarox 13th, Shizou Venom in 14th, Radius 15th, Jake 16th, and AERT 15-16, FGE Medal 17th, Neil Gill 18th, and unfortunately, PGR Lurch beating by a DNF'd driver. That is not quite sure how to react to that one. I'll let Kenzie FEP to that one. I'll tell you what though, not far away I don't think from the old predictions, guys. It was very, very close. I think what was actually the poll? It was a 40.9 something. So I think Bolera thought probably would have been one of the closer drivers to that time. I did think the 0.8 would have been somewhere a little bit too far out for these guys. But we are safe and sound for the race. I tell you what though, I realised no grid pens. No grid pens. Good start. Great start to the season, guys. Let's keep this for the whole game because you know, this restart thing really gets annoying. What happened to realistic weather? It isn't realistic weather, Crisp. It is. It's taking 15 minutes for the race by JT. It said light cloud, clear, clear. So that was how it worked for us. Can't get grid pens if you're not doing fitting. That is true. That is true, Aiden, actually. That's probably the biggest part why it was. There's no rain, Crispy. The radar thing said dry. There is no rain, pal. Oh, well, we'll have another, let everyone see what there is. I'll tell you what, another big question I've got to say, strategy. What is the strategies nowadays? Is it still a hard medium? Is softs entered into this fight now? I'm not really sure what this is going to be. For us, but we'll see Gabor there in pole position, Flo in second, Chelsea in third. Give a quick through everyone down the grid. Shizou Lurch for Prodigy Racing on their first race on F124 and as a team have a P19 and a P2. Very drastic qualifying position changes there. You've got to say Gergo as well, being up in fourth place, his teammate not turning up, so Gergo's got to be the load man for AMS. Medium soft this game, Ross. Is it okay? Then I'll back your word for it. Then medium soft being the strategy. Surely some people will be able to do a soft medium, I presume, because softs will die out pretty quickly. We'll have to say medium soft. So yeah, maybe it's just mediums and soft. But I can see maybe some people starting on soft, try see what it's like in the race now, and you can use it maybe later on in the season. I do believe Belgium was on the AEC calendar. It isn't actually. Wow, what a surprise. AEC not on the calendar. If anyone cares to know, the T-Res calendar, starting on the 4th of August, it's Spain, Japan, Imola, Netherlands, I believe Italy is Monza. I'm not sure at all, but then you've got Azerbaijan, Miami, China, Hungary, Portugal, and then Brazil, Canada, Austria, Las Vegas, Abu Dhabi. It's an AEC tradition to end on an Abu Dhabi final race, because why not? We have drivers have been told to ready up anyway. We'll be ready to get going here in tonight's mini series race. I am looking forward to this, very much looking forward to it. It was a fantastic race in the WR social race. That was really close. That was won by Armateo for ET8. Well, not even ET, just Armateo himself. But it's been a different event. It's been the first team event of the year. Can MVR return to winning ways with Gabor and Justin? I believe Justin is Justin's fifth, sorry, actually, isn't he? Yeah, Justin's fifth. Gabor is in first, so this will be a really interesting one to see who can come out on top once more. Looking towards La Source already. P20. P19, sorry, is PGR Lurch, but at the front though you got Gabor and you've got Flo. Who can come out on top? We look towards turn 1 now with all 5 lights on ahead of the drivers. We are out and racing here in Spa-Francorchamps. Gabor getting a good start already. A bit of a pixel blare there from all the brake dragging for the start of the race, but Chelsea getting through to second place already, and Flo down at the third. Chelsea up in the second, crucially through turn 1. Finbob down at the sixth. Typical is into 7th. Justin's already up at the 4th. Pierce is Typical going wheel to wheel already through upper routes. They go Gabor, Chelsea and Flo all getting through nicely up the hill. They come, and you see all drivers flying through nicely. A bit of battling going on for some places in the mid pack. It looks to be Radius F1 and Simba Ross 1 being very close, but Gabor leads away. Look at Flo, and look at Chelsea. They're 3 wide, it seems, going down toward turn 1. Flo's going to back out. Chelsea's off the track. Chelsea going to hold it. Justin's off the track. He's always through on PGR Flo. There might have been a legal overtake on Justin. Oh, Flo's round. Flo may have put someone in the wall there. He hasn't. They've got away with it a little bit. Flo and Finbob almost colliding. Finbob and Flo seem to be battling now. It looks like Flo's been overtaken again by Finbob. Finbob may have to be able to battle this back over 5th place. Flo's got the inside line. Flo may be able to get through as of there. Oh, they collided. Finbob's round. Finbob spins at no name at turn 11. A big collision there between Finbob and Flo. Flo may have just got away with it with no damage, but big battle in there at a corner that is so tight. Flo is through on P5, but Finbob loads out crucially and is down into P19. What a start to the race it has been for these front runners. Gabor, Chelsea and Justin all getting through nice and easily. I will turn on the telemetry and everything so that we can see what is going on. Justin burned a lot of VRS on this lap, but we know about the new introduction of the engine braking. That is a crucial part. But look at Justin go for it. 2nd place now on Chelsea. It's going to be easily let through, and we are back to normality. MVR 1-2 with Gabor and Justin. Chelsea is in 3rd place right now, and Gergo back up into 4th place. So TF10 Flo, really the only driver to have had a major start. 24% ERS for TF10 Flo, sorry, PGR Flo should I say, sorry, in 5th place. Bobber's up behind him now. But I'll say this before, the engine braking becoming so crucial in this new game. It's going to be a case of, if you're running a little bit higher engine braking, you'll get that ERS back, but of course you'll lose out on stability. So once the tyres do drain a lot, sorry, the tyres do drain, once the tyres wear a lot more, look at Flo still burning that ERS. He just wants to try and get past some of these drivers. I'll do a quick tyre check to see what they're all on. Yes, Flo on the soft, Justin, Gabor, Chelsea on the soft, Gergo on the medium, Flo on the soft, Typical also on the soft compound tyre. Lurch and Nailkio hard compound tyre. Not sure what happened there, but credibility has to be given to PGR Lurch here. Up in a 12th place from starting up in 19th. That has been a really great start from the man on the hard compound tyre. He'll be looking to go up against a hard soft for this race. But everyone in this mid-pack now has sort of eased themselves up. We will get a little bit of clean racing now. You can see Simba Rocks 1 here is looking at the back of the FRT driver, sorry. Typical not having a good start down in P9. I think he started in P7. I've also seen that battle with himself and TTM Boots on the exit of turn 1. Also have ESV Bobbers and TF10 Flo going through nicely. Bobbers has got that battery advantage on Flo. We know Flo doesn't have a lot of battery here so far. Go through Blanchimont now nice and cleanly. Flo, he's just under a lot of threat now. He used all that battery early on trying to battle with the likes of Chelsea and Gabor and stuff, and now it's just flown all away. He didn't get through on the soft compound tyre, and these tyres will be wearing lots and lots of every single lap to go. We'll see it then. MVR, Justin and Gabor leading the way. Chelsea, of course, not three MVR drivers for anyone tries to make that kind of joke. FRT, Chelsea in 3rd place. Gergo in 4th, and then still have PGR Flo in 5th place. But this might be the time for Bobbers to make an attack on the old man. He's going to be just on and off the throttle here, trying to make sure he stays behind a PGR Flo. Flo can't do anything about it. Through flies the old one on the outside line. Bobbers is through and into P5. Gabor and Justin switch positions at the front as well, making it a little bit easier with that DRS coming into play on lap number 2. But they have a 1 second gap already between themselves and Gergo. Gergo following this other pack decently so far. He is dropping back slightly now. This could be a problem for the MS driver if he can't close up. He is out that gap now, so he's going to have to try and find that that sort of good mid-pace. He's got to try and keep with the guys ahead but not burn that battery. He needs to keep that battery from the rest of them. Have a look at Shizou Venom. Bobbert's compatriot up down there in P10. Didn't qualify great. Then before this I might retire. Well, Venom, right now you shouldn't, because you're doing pretty well with a couple of drivers. Also seem yellow flag. That is Neil Giot at the back, and overtaken by Finbob now with a spin. I know he's having some wheel problems in qualifying. That was the one thing that cost him in qualifying. They put him in the barrier to end off with. So Neil, not a great start so far. It's like a spin and also a wheel DC. Great start to F124, why not? Venom though, still trying to see what he can do with this mid-pack. Radius F1 for BRT. He's got his teammate down in P18. He's trying to see what he can do. Some of these guys, is he, or is he ERT? I actually have no idea. It's Finbob. I don't think. No, yeah, it will be BRT. Sorry, my bad. I'm confused with the BRT, ERT transfer negotiations nowadays. Radius F1, he's going to follow on with these front runners. So TTM Boots is right on the rear diffuser. Oh, we're practically a stop there into turn 1 with Radius F1. I'm not sure what went wrong. There's like a Simbarox, a massive chance to go for it if he wants to. Shizou Venom not being ruled out of this fight just yet either. Venom is right on the back of Simbarox 1. Simbarox 1 going to be under attack, you would think, from the Shizou driver. He's got the DRS and the ERS to view. Justin and Gabor swapping at the front once more. DRS now open for Shizou Venom. He might not fancy his chances on the inside line at this point, but he might just go for it anyway. In 5th gear, why not go for it, Venom? Simbarox 1 not going to fight it. Smart from Simba to not take it at a corner where it is so dangerous to spin. Venom is through and he's up into P9. Yeah, this seems a pretty good start to racing so far. Lap 4:22 as of now. Bobbitt's once again really close to the back of AMS Gergo, who has kept up with this front train. On the other hand, they have broke away massively from a TTM Boots in P6. TTM currently have a 6th and 14th setting drivers. Again, pretty big drastic changes to the likes of Lurch, who's down in P13, and Flo, who's in P7. Again, Flo, that start was just so terrible for him. It just threw away pretty much this whole race. He's got 1.2 second gap to Boots now, and he's getting overtaken. It looks like Radius F1 as well. Radius is going to probably look for the inside move, maybe outside move. Oh, he's off the track there, Radius. What's going on between him, these two? Flo and Radius F1. He's going to go on the inside line of Flo. Flo's going to do nothing about it, and through goes Radius F1. Flo having possibly one of the worst races of all time, and Chelsea is into the box. Lap number 5, Chelsea and Typical into the box now. Of course, with the multiple cars, they probably landed a little bit lucky. As you can see, all the yellow banana looking men out there at the pits. So that is a pretty pretty lucky thing for the FRT kit, but they're already on to that hard compound of tyre. An interesting strategy call, you would say, from Typical had damage. My mistake. Typical had damage, understand that, but taking Chelsea in as early as now on the soft compound tyre. I mean, I know MVR shouldn't be too far away in terms of the tyre wear, but you would think to jump on a medium if you're going to go an early pit stop. I'm not sure why you would pit Chelsea if you're going to pit Typical. I'm not sure what the point is there. Yeah, you can see the V's coming in. That is of course being to MVR Javiston. I think it must have been due to Justin being taken, unfortunately for him. Someone sniped the name off him, but Javiston isn't too bad. It's better than bloody low swag cat 13 instead of MVR Dawood. Goodness me, let's not get stuff twisted here, guys. Let's get races settled down now at least again. This is a nice part of the race. Settle down a bit, see where everyone can go. Simbarox 1, man, it's been posting just on YouTube. Oh, that's Venom off the track there. Venom went off the track, hit the brake board. Not sure what went wrong there for the Shizou driver, but he'll be under attack, you would think now, from Radius F1, who actually just got by Flo, who's had a terrible start to this race. Massive bang up going towards the bus stop chicane between Gergo and Bobberts, but Radius F1 may fancy chances on Shizou Venom this time. He's got that battery to use if needed. Bobberts gonna take the lead. Yes, Gabor and Justin are into the pit lane. MVR make the call on lap number 6 to get those medium compound of tyre on. This is going to be an interesting one, it seems, for MVR. Yes, hard compound of tyre for Gabor, and also a hard for Justin. So the hard must be the better race tyre. You presume, if this is the case for both these teams, like FRT, like MVR, doing the hard compound tyre strategy, the soft hard being the preferred strategy for these teams. Mediums still selected by over half the grid anyway. They've all started on their medium compound tyre. Shizou Lurch in P7 for PGR now on the hard compound tyre. Gergo now in the net race lead. Himself and Bobberts got this front train. It's mental to me how we have an AMS driver leading the way in F1 24. No, that's Boots! Boots is round, and now that's going to be a virtual safety car. But Boots has spun. I'm not too sure where it was. Can we see the car anywhere? They've all just about to go past it now. Is that on the wall? It was on the wall on the right hand side. What has happened there to TTM Boots? I'm not too sure. One of the TTM guys, please let me know. It'd be good to know, because that just happened all of a sudden, really. There wasn't really much of a reaction to that. Of course, we have the virtual safety car, so this might give Gergo a chance, if it stays out long enough, to get a free pit stop off, but I don't think it should be out long enough. Everyone seems to have got through it cleanly. DRS enabled, and yes, we are back racing once more here in Belgium. Gergo and Bobberts leading the way for Radius F1 and Simba Rocks 1. In the podium and 4th place. So AMS, Shizou, BRT, FGE top 4 for the first race is something that you wouldn't expect too much, but don't get it wrong, we do have an MVR 14, 15, FRT 16 and 18. Does stay out a couple more laps, does Gergo and Bobberts. I'm not sure how long these mediums will go. I presume somewhere around lap 10? Maybe a little bit longer if they're going to do that. I'm honestly not sure, but the MVR gifted free tyre warm up without losing time. Fair that is up. That is a one lap undercut, isn't it? I'm afraid Belair Fox, so that is true. One lap undercut hasn't worked for Chelsea, trying to get ahead of Justin and Gabor. Potentially more race griefing from MVR here with Chelsea. Obviously 3 MVR drivers in the race. It's got to be helping them somehow. Who's gonna call it out this time? Or they'll just keep it in the admin chat, one of the two, I'm not sure. Oh yes, look at Lucas this time. Big battle going on there. TTM Lucas stopping the inside line there for AERT Jake. Jake's going to be in the battle there with PGR. Lurch's tyres will be in a really good window so far compared to these medium compound tyres. Lucas might fancy chances here on PGR. No, sorry, not. Oh, Simba spins. Simba has spun. I'm not sure what's happened there. Simba spun on the entry to turn through. It's on the exit at turn 10 there. I'm not sure what's went wrong, but Simba spun. He's down at the P10 now. Now Radius in 4th. PGR Lurch is now in 5th. Jake, Lucas and Tech 6, 7 and 8. What actually happened there to Simba Rocks 1? I'm not too sure, but he dropped down now. Well and truly out of these kind of front running positions. Now in this right mid-pack place where they've all kind of been hustling and tussling for the last couple of laps. And you see Tech Brutal as well, just in behind now in that bright red AERT car. Following on with the TTM driver. We've seen Boots already retire. She's all to TTM Lucas to score points for Top Tier Motorsport in the first mini-series race. He's already flashed from ERS. He's thought about the overtake of Tech Brutal. He's going to go for it potentially around the outside. He's going to get boxed in by AERT Jake on the inside line though for TTM Lucas. He wants to get the move done. All deep there with AERT Jake. Look at there, defending for his teammate. Through goes Tech Brutal on the inside line. Oh, it's spinning TTM Lucas. What happened there to the Top Tier Motorsport driver? I'm not too sure, but he spun on the exit. It looked like he might have been clipped or a bit too early on the power turner. Defend from AERT, sorry, from who was it? It was the TTM. Was it? No, sorry, it was Tech Brutal. Yeah, and Jake trying to defend from Tech Brutal. Must have done something on the back there of AERT Jake. Goodness me, that is an incredible lots of events. Andrea through on Tech Brutal. Tech Brutal might let his teammate through. Through goes Simba. Goodness me, he was flying down the straight there, heavy on the brakes. He's had to cut the corner. Surely has to let Jake through this time. Jake does get through on Simba. Simba having a terrible start. Oh, and then through goes Brutal as well. He'll let his teammate by also does Simba. No, he doesn't. Medal will sit behind. Simba Rocks is flying down the straight. An absolute bullet in a straight line. But unfortunately couldn't get it stopped, and he's had to give up that 7th place that he just earned. Let me see. Do you want a gap to leader? Of course you can have. Your gap to leader is there. Chelsea 17.5 seconds back on AMS Gergo. Gabor and Justin 16.8 and Justin 16.4. They'll be cutting that down very soon to you think around the 15-second range. It looks to be pretty close so far everywhere else. Everyone's kind of just in this midfield pack fighting the most. It just seems to be getting much better. Simba Rocks 1 has got the battery advantage on some of these guys ahead. Tech Brutal having a pretty good race so far for AERT along with Jake. Jake's he's only done no assists for one day. I tell you what, this is looking pretty good for a one day on no assists. Simba Rocks 1 might fancy a chance into the bus stop chicane. You wouldn't think so. So he is very far back for now. Medal now also into P10 on the back of his teammate Justin getting through on Neil Giot into the bus stop chicane. DMVR Justin making moves on that fresh hard tyre. That will, I would presume, go to the end of the race. Lurch is showing us the hard tyre can do the business if in the right sort of window and the right pace for this race. It looks okay so far. Bobberts and Gergo, nothing happening so far. That'll be a change at the front between those two as well. They've very much broken off. That front train had broken from when it was TTM Boots in 7th. I know Venom and Radius also swapping down the straight also. It might be also for Shizou, Lurch and Andrea, but it might be a chance this time for Simba Rocks 1 to get through, or not just one but both AERT drivers. He gets through on one this time though, and he stops the car and he gets P8 from AERT Jake, who by the way also has 2 3-second time penalties to his name alongside a TTM Lucas 3-second time penalties. So Simba Rocks 1 splits the two AERT drivers. He's just looking at an AERT sandwich with Tech Brutal and AERT Jake. an interesting race so far. I've got to say, it's not really been much of a really racing so far. Gabor has actually got through on Neil Guyot as well, along with FRT Chelsea. Justin also getting through on Finn Bob, his former BRT teammate. Justin's been about, isn't he? He's been about on a couple of good teams in the day, FRT, BRT, TTM, and why not add MVR to that list as well? But he's showing now. MVR seems the right place so far. He is flying out there right now, and the strategy seems to be aced once more, as it is the best engineer on the planet, of course, being Cobb, getting it right for MVR once more. You'll see it, Gabor flying down the straight. He's going to be picking through Finn Bob right about now, and he'll promote himself into 11th and 12th. The net race lead certainly in the hands of Novice Racing. No one else making any manoeuvres. That's AERT Jake into the box for AERT. Someone's had a spin somewhere, or was just that a common yellow flag? I'm not sure. It might be Finn Bob having a spin somewhere. It was Finn Bob having a spin. How was that? How was that possible? On the straight, I'm not too sure. He must have had some problems on the exit at the corner. Then I've been overtaken by. He's been overtaken by Radius F1, who's up in the third place now, and that is also the end of Top Tier Motorsports and mini series no assist race. Lucas and Boots both retire, and not a good start for the team that finished second place in the AEC season, in AEC TRS season 3. Not a good return, but they've got a long way to go. Some of the mini series, mind you, this one isn't much of a win. It's more of a moral victory every time you do it. Oh, a bit wide there goes Shazoo Venom. That should be a warning added on to the Shazoo driver. The tyres maybe start to have a little bit of an effect there to take that pull-on corner as fast as you usually do. Through campus they come. It seems to be okay for Venom as of now. Gabor will surely want to pick through the likes of SLR Medal coming up very shortly. Through campus he goes now, and on the exit of Stavilo, Gabor's closed up massively on FGE. Medal's going to be I would see scared in that rear view mirror, seeing MVR Gabor powering down the straight in that bright blue MVR car. That kind of goes well with their space theme that they have in the old profile picture with the purple on it. See if then Gabor's going to have that advantage down the straight and also through the corners. The yeah, good start for Top Tier Motorsport. It's actually Motorsport, not Motorsports Rev, so we get that right. Oh, box time for SLR Meadow along with Radius F1 as well. If that's top tier, I'd hate to see the bottom tier. Well, luckily there is no bottom tier for us to think about for now. But yes, Top Tier Motorsport not having a good day down at the bottom. Once again, nothing really happening. Chelsea, Gabor and Justin, of course, all stuck together here in this mid-pack. Oh, PTR Lurch, 3-second time penalty for someone that was on a really promising strategy. He's been unfortunately chucked in the deep end there by himself with that 3-second time penalty that he has picked up. The ATF driver of Neil Gill getting left behind by these front runners now. Gabor 2.3 seconds back on his teammate, by the way. Justin is Justin doing pretty well, I would say, so far in his MVR debut. He's got Tech Brutal up ahead. He's been catching up to him for quite a bit of time. We're going to see what he can do. That's not a bit serious. There he is, Mr. MVR Javiston. Better just calling him Justin. I'm not dealing with Javiston all the time, but I'm seeing that as the common theme in the chat tonight. Tech Brutal is going to be the next target for Justin to pick his way through on in this lovely coloured blue car for Novice Racing. There's a slight little lock up at the rear. These medium tyres cannot be in a good window now. Up to 11 more laps to go, halfway through the race officially. Still got Boberts and Gergo, who by the way have kept this gap all the way through. They've worked together perfectly, so fair play to those two for making sure this works. MVR Justin now through into P7 on Tech Brutal. Brutal can't really do anything about that. Justin's tyres are far more fresher and will be, I would guess, going to the end of the race. Lurch has just got to be thinking now, with a 3-second time penalty, got to be going for soft compound tyres. Got to be going for a soft compound tyre, maybe 5-lapper towards the end of the race. You're never going to really win this one. Oh, slide through turn 1 there for MVR Justin. Tokyo drifting his way through La Source, but nothing to worry about as he is flying. As I've now got AT Andrea up next to try and get his way back to the top. Yeah, mental here. Big the gap between Gabor and Brutal. Is it Gabor who picked up some damage, or is Gabor just Gabor right now? I'm not too sure. Gabor isn't really usually one of the drivers to be stuck behind on this, but Chelsea He's going to get through on Gabor. Gabor will no longer be the driver to be in the net second place. It's now going to be FRT Chelsea. On his return back to F1 racing, he is ahead of MVR Gabor for that net second place. Bobbers and Gergo still doing pretty well. They're gapping off Venom right about now on the medium compound tyre. Nothing that Lurch can do either in fourth place. Oh, a spinner there. Is that going to be Finn Bob? It is indeed. FRA Finn Bob, sorry, BRT Finn Bob, I should be saying. He has spun round down in P15. That is unfortunate. That is very much fortunate for BRT today, not being one of their greatest days. Radius down in P12. Finn Bob now down in P15. Justin No, once again, being one of the other drivers to really make some moves this race. He's on the back of VT Andrea. What will Andrea do to a defensive defend? Did he just let Justin through like the rest of them have? I would pretty much presume he might as well. You can't fight a man that is on a lot fresher tyres like this. Justin flying through this straight. Now he's going to be on the outside line of VT Andrea. Andrea playing this well. Oh, Bobbers! Bobbers speeding into the pit lane. 10-second time penalty for ESV Bobbers. A crucial time pen for someone that sat in pretty much second or first place for the entirety of the race. 10-second penalty to the Shizou driver. The WR Legacy Division champions not having the greatest of races here in the Ultimate Esports Championship. Goodness me. You still do have, of course, Venom in 9th. Finn Bob! Also speeding to the pits. Sorry, my bad. Finn Bob will be retired from the race. What am I talking about? Finn Bob is also speeding to the pits. But crucially, Bobbers. Goodness me. What has happened there? Justin No now into that net race lead as he was supposed to be. Radius and Lurch battling it out. Does Lurch maybe want to get by Radius? Tell you what, no ERS to his name. Goodness me, what's happened to that ERS on the PGR car? But he is on that brand new, fresh, soft compound of tyre. I'll tell you what, is that soft or is that medium? I've actually seen that. It was medium. Sorry, my mistake. Medium compound of tyre, but I think the soft wouldn't have made it all the way for PGR Lurch. We'll have to wait and see what can happen with him. He's obviously on a really fresh set of medium compound tyre. He'll make it to the end of the race easily with a massive advantage for him. So Lurch is in a position here to really get in that sort of mid-pack, 6th, 7th-ish range to catch up to these guys at the front. Tech Brutal, ET Andrea yet to make a pit stop. They're splitting Gabor and Chelsea from Justin, who is out the front now, and he is gapping off Andrea, mind you. At the front, Andrea can do all they can to stick with him, but there's nothing he can do. They all come towards Stavolo now in this mid-pack. Lurch is still on the back of Venom. Venom not really looking to get by Radius for now. Why would you? You're 3.1 seconds back. All you're doing is losing DRS. The gaps have really started to form now. This is when the race gets boring. Oh no. I hope not. I really hope not. Finball scoring that P20. It's securing that P20. No, it's actually P17. Secured P17. Let's be nice to him here. He secured P17 for BRT, who currently have they have Finn Bob, who's also DNF in 17th, and Radius F1, who's up into 8th place for now. Tech Brutal finally into the pit lane. He'll be coming out well behind everyone else. Actually behind his teammate as well, Simbarox1. He's down at the P14 then for Mr. Tech Brutal. ET Andrea is in 2nd place. Chelsea still close to Gabor in the 4th, but then again, just nothing really happening so far. Radius and Venom making their way. Big battle here in the midfield between Venom. It looks like PGR. Lurch fancy his chances. Lurch is going to see what he can do, but nothing that he can do to get through on Venom as of now. Venom on the soft compound of tyre, mind you, so he will be flying with that fresh rubber on the car, but I'm not sure Venom knows. They won't make it to the end. Yeah, they might make it, but they just will be in a horrible window to drive in. So Venom taking these tyres 9 laps on the softs. I mean, all the engineers guys know more than me. 8 laps on the soft on this game doesn't seem realistic at all, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not sure either, Nathan. Not sure either what is happening down at Shizou. Another blunder by Team Shizou on the pit stop by like Ferrari, honestly, bringing Leclerc into the weekend for the drives for some reason. Honestly, odd thing to do. So it looks like Shizou are going to be relying mostly on Bobbers, who has a 10-second time penalty to his name. That is something, by the way. Bobbers 10-second time penalty. Bobbers also on the softs, by the way. So that's mental call in the strategy. I think whoever the Shizou engineer is, he'd sacked. because that is not the way forward, I presume, because this is now going to allow Bobbers to, yes, catch up to the guy at the front, but he's now got no battery. He's also going to have tyres that might not make the end. AERT Jake calling it a day as well. Don't worry, Jake, you're not last. You beat 3 people. You beat both TTM guys and a BRT Finn Bob. So a BA16 for Jake, and that'll be enough for him today. Bobbers is actually up on that fastest lap time that he just did 1 lap ago. Bobbers seems to be going for it. I don't know, you can see the ERS gain really kicking into the engine braking there. Spin, that's actually Jake's car there, to be off of it. Off organisation, what can you expect from a team with main F1 manager only got in by pretending he was in a team he wasn't? Yeah, I don't remember Ron pretending to be in somewhere. Maybe that's new to me. Don't know who they're, or Ali. Don't know who the Xbox manager is nowadays, mind you. But we can only. You need to tell me that information, to be honest with you. Yeah, P16 is class. Yeah, I think P16 is good as well, to be honest with you. Not a bad start for Jake. I think that's been a great start for him. You know, what can you say? Didn't qualify great, didn't race great. No, I think that's a good start. You know, you build, if you look back and you build on these moments. You know, that's all you can really ask for from these guys. For saying he was a CAD assist last game. Well, we're in a new game now, Grumpy, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter because Bobbers on the outside line. Now to the inside line on Chelsea. Oh, that's Andrea going to the pit stop. That is Bobbers through on FRT Chelsea. Crucially in this race, Bobbers causing problems for FRT now. The soft tyres won't make the end. So Bobbers, all he can do now is ruin people's races. So he's going to catch up the Gabor now on the straight and going for it. Here we go then. Bobbers is going to have the chance to really go for it on MVR Gabor. Gabor can do nothing about it. No DRS. Doesn't want to use the ERS to defend. He got the inside line, mind you. So Bobbers on the outside this time, going for it. He's going to have the outside lane, and through goes Bobbers. Second place reclaimed by ESV. Bobbers for Team Shizou. Gabor and Chelsea have to just look ahead because Bobbers is flying out there in the soft component tyre, but they know best. They'll never make the end of the race. The soft component tyre will be dead in the next 3 laps. So now it's a case of letting him do his thing, but just don't let Justin pull away to this massive gap, because then you're inviting Chelsea to steal second place from Gabor. Can you have tyres? Of course you can have tyres, Easton. Of course you can. We'll have a look then. Tyre situation is 10 lap old hards on Gabor and Justin, 11 on Chelsea, and 3 on AMS Gergo. Softs for Bobbers, Venom, Tech Brutal, and of course Andrea. See, this is the right strategy call from ATX. The softs can go about 6 laps. That's okay. Not 9. Not 9 laps, because goodness me, I think they forget what game we're in here. Honestly, goodness gracious me. Tech Brutal and Radius swapping places from BRT and AERT. Pretty much the same team at this point, those two, to be honest with you. Bobbers closing up now to Justin. They've closed up and gapped off MVR Gabor from Chelsea, and look at it now. Justin can really just play hold up if you want to try and let Gabor back in the DRS, but there's nothing you can do. Bobbers now back to the fully reclaimed energy system here. He's got the battery. The engine braking must be high on that car because he's reclaiming a lot of battery through these slow corners, and you'll see it here. When does he want to stamp on the battery? And on that, he might not even use any battery to he can get the DRS and just pull away as much as he can because he knows they won't make the end. We'll see it then. DRS opening, overtake on, Bobbers getting through, and through goes Bobbers. Shizou are in the lead of this mini-series Belgium race. Now you've got to say, Justin just has to follow him. Stay in the DRS, there's never a chance that Bobbers can pull away that much come the dying last 2 laps, so there's just no point, he can't do it. Lurch and Venom swap positions, Take Brutal and Venom also battling away on the entry to turn number 6, now going towards turn number 7, it seems for now, all coming through. No Name though in front of us as Bobbers still leads away from Justin, Gabor and Chelsea. How does this who does this midfield pack look? Tech Brutal, Venom, Radius F1 all in this mid pack here fighting for a P7. Although Venom doesn't have any penalties, so he will get that position from Tech Brutal anyway, but he needs to try and close up to Shizou Lurch to try and beat him to a P6. PGR originally started out with Flo, going to be having a much better race than Shizou Lurch. How about Lurch having a better race than Flo? You would never predicted that nowadays because PGR loses up at the P6 on a much better strategy because Flo had the worst start known to mankind. Is this game good yet, or should I still wait to buy it? A game could be good to someone, a game could be bad to someone. I don't really know how you can answer that one, my friend. Chris, I would just say, why don't you get the 5-hour trial on EA Play, and then you can say if you want to buy it or not. Some hate it, some love it, is the best way to describe it. Venom, closing up now to Tech Brutal once more. Gonna see what he can do in this Mimic Shizou car, the red and the blue, looking very nice by the way, I should say, very nice coloured red and blue car, like purple space bit, why not? The soft component tyre, of course, working now, but then again, Justin has got that gap closed up to Boberts once more, and Justin, I would presume, is going to go through on ESV. Boberts is going to get through. No, he's not. Justin's actually really close to the back of him, but Justin will not be getting through on Shizou Boberts, and Boberts will hold on to the race lead for now. But mind you, Boberts has 10 seconds of penalties. So Boberts is getting overtaken by Gergo anyway. So Gergo, so currently going to be first place Justin, second place Gabor, third place Chelsea, and fourth place being Gergo. Flo to add on to the misery of what's been today's race. He is also put a penalty. And Radius F1 next to Finn Bob has spun on the exit of turn number 9. Goodness gracious me, what has happened? What has happened to BRT, the team that everyone used to love is now falling apart. Goodness gracious me. Finn Bob DNF'd, Radius F1 spinning. God's sakes. 4 laps to go then. In the chat, please let me know, who do you think will win this race? Can I tell you one thing, I'm betting on Boberts not winning on the soft compound tyre. That's what I'm going to say. If I had to predict a race winner right now, I'm not too sure. I think someone that's probably in the top 4 would be my guess. If anyone can let me know who you think is going to win, please let me know. But was over before it started fielding Finn Bob. Well, that's not right, because they've got Radius F1 there. Finn Bob's not terrible. That's harsh. I think that's really harsh on Finn Bob there. Finn Bob was once a fan favourite. You know, MVR, FRA. Then went to BRT. Not sure where it went wrong, to be honest with you. Chelsea, Gabor, Justin. 3 MVR drivers, 1, 2, 3 in right now. Would this ever be happen? Whoever thought this would happen in a race? At the front though, you can see MVR going for the double overtake. They're going to get the double overtake. Gabor through on Boberts. He's left in the dust. Gabor up in the second, Justin in the first. MVR back in that 1-2 positioning. You've now got Chelsea just 1 place behind them from Boberts, so maybe Chelsea can come in to get that 3rd place and confirm themselves. Someone with MVR in a game of time might win. I'd agree. I think someone MVR might win. I'm not too sure which one though. It'll be Justin, Gabor or Chelsea. Venom also getting a 3 second now, so that means he won't jump up into P7. He'll stay in P8, and he's mega slow now. I mean, as well, I'm not sure if he has some damage or something, because he's also really struggling. Andrea, 11th, soft tyres, working for him. He's going to catch the Radius F1 and steal P11. Tell you what, the Boberts 10 second, once it kicks in, does Lurch get him? No, Lurch is the penalty anyway, doesn't it? Yeah, it wouldn't matter. Wouldn't matter between Lurch and Boberts. Boberts is pretty much a confirmed P5 due to the gap with Lurch and Gergo. And by Gergo's must be having one of those boring races, man. He's too clear of everyone behind, but he's just not much behind everyone who's in front of him, so he's just left himself. Javiston will win because Gabor will get him win his first race. Yep, yeah, I like that English as well, to be honest with you. I do like that English. Gabor and Justin. Justin's debut for MVR. Gabor's been here many times in these situations as a 1-2 with the likes of Liam Bowman. With the like, I don't even know who else. Stonk sometimes, you know, Stonk's not good enough for 1-2. Yeah, Bowman mainly. Just Bowman and Gabor mainly carrying this MVR team through that last game. And he'll continue to do so, it seems. Oh, sorry, not Bowman, Gabor continue to do so. This time along pairing up with Justin. Seems to be going pretty well so far. Alongside his Hungarian compatriot, mind you, being Balaz. Balaz, of course, being this new face of MVR, passing the torch, like to say, Liam Bowman to Gabor. Gabor might be trying to carry on his Hungarian compatriot. I can't imagine the enchantment table spells that gets spoken in that chat between those two. Goodness gracious me. Still though, carrying on pretty well is Justin and Gabor. I want to see Boberts CRS, of course you can. Boberts CRS 82% burning away as Boberts on Justin, trying to keep up with him at the front. Seems pretty, yeah, it seems pretty good so far between the rest of them. Nothing really happening so far. I've just hit 10k channel points in AEC. That's been probably one of the biggest highlights I've seen. Like after a lap upon me, kind of died off a bit here. Nothing really happened so far. Just hit this front train, really kind of starting to make things work. Radius F1 though, he's on the back of Shizou Venom. We're going to see what Radius can do on the back of Venom on the 9 lap parts making the 7 lap softs. There's no way those softs can put up against Venom. Sorry, the way those Venom softs can put up against Radius is worn out, but not worn out enough. Hard competent tire. Radius is catching Venom in 9th. Still gaining out down the straight. He's got that advantage now. He's going to pick the outside line, sorry, to the bus stop chicane. Can Venom do anything in the defence? He's going to hold the inside line as Venom. He goes hot on the brakes, a big slide through the corner on the switchback potentially for Radius F1. What a switchback attempt it will be if it ends up paying off. He's going to battle away anyway as Venom goes wheel to wheel towards Lassource at turn number 1. Venom keeps P1 keeps P9, sorry, ahead of Radius F1. Andrea thought about his chances. He'll be invited back into that fight for P10 now as well. Justin and Gabor swapping at the front. Nothing that these guys can do. Oh, Bobbers, sorry. Bobbers getting involved here. Bobbers is through on Justin. Oh, the collision in between Bobbers and Justin. Justin still battling away with Bobbers. Justin on the outside line between Bobbers. Oh, soft coming out there. Bobbers playing massive hold up for some reason on Justin. There's no one that can really catch up. I'm not sure what Bobbers is doing. He's trying to hold out for a second place, which is impossible, by the way. You can't possibly get anywhere other than P5 in this race. So what Bobbers is doing, I'm not sure. What's going on? What Bobbers is doing? He's trying to grief Justin maybe on his race. So I don't know what's going on, but Bobbers can't hold this this second place on Justin. We've got one more racing lap to go. Gabor in the lead, 8/10 clear of Bobbers. I think Gabor now going to try to just gap Bobbers away, not give him DRS to give the best chance to Justin here on getting that P2, because Chelsea will be right in this battle now. What's the battery differences? 41, 46, 27 and 65. So these two matching each other on ERS for 4th and 3rd. Chelsea second place isn't out just yet. Oh, he's ghosted. Don't tell me he's lagged out. That would be a criminal ending to this race. And we've got one more lap to go, ladies and gentlemen, of the first AEC No Assists mini series race. Spa-Francorchamps has been nothing but a great race so far. It went pretty boring in the middle part, but that is always expected at a track like this. The gap seems to form, but at the front though, it's been close all the way. Surely this is the moment now for MVR Chelsea to think about an overtake on Justin, but Justin's got a far better exit on turn number 1. Down the Kemmel straight they go then. Justin's going to eye up the overtake on Bobbers. Bobbers going to eye up the overtake on Gabor. Can Bobbers get the race lead on the last lap? Bobbers going to go for attention on the outside line. Gabor picks the inside line to defend from. He's going to hold on Bobbers for now. There's nothing that Bobbers can actually do. He's going to have to accept a place on track and say that's going to do me nicely for all that he can do. The soft compound tyre strategy really has not worked for Team Shizou today. Bobbers is just a hold up game now. He's not doing anything really for these guys. The 16 lap hold made hard work the magic for Gabor, Justin and Chelsea. Chelsea went for the 1 lap undercut. Unfortunately wasn't meant to be. Chelsea's race got made so much harder once he realised he couldn't get ahead of those guys after the undercut, because he's just going to have that 1 lap older tyre, which this game could relate to somewhere maybe in the 3-4% on the hard compound tyre, maybe a bit less, I'm not too sure, but still Chelsea's chances look all but gone for that second place. A strong 3rd though for FRT in the first mini series race. The battery that Justin's gained up is massive. He's going to go for 2nd place anyway on ESV. Bobbers can try and defend for all he wants, but Justin's going to maybe just go for it and take P2 on track. He's going to go for it anyway on the outside lane to the bus stop chicane. There's so much he can do. He's going to get by and make it an MVR 1-2, but Bobbers back on the inside line. There's nothing that can happen. Justin and Gabor, like it was last game. It's Gabor that wins for Novice Racing here in Belgium. Justin claims P2 and Chelsea will take that P3 finally from Bobbers. Bobbers wasn't able to gap off Gergo enough. Gergo will take a solid 4th place for AMS. Bobbers will come home in 5th after that 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Lurcho 6 ends up in 6th. What a great race, by the way, from P19 on the grid to 6th. A redemption race by Shizou Lurch 06 for PGR. Simbarots 1 in 7th. Tech Brutal in 8th. ET Andrea in 9th. Venom in 10th. Meadow in 11th. I believe Radius F1 was 12th. And Neil Giot is in 13th. Flow, tell you what, not been a good race for Flo at all today, down in 14th place. Is he going for a fastest lap? I'm not too sure what the plan is here. I think it might be a fast, no it's not, it's on a hard compound tyre. Yeah, Flo had that wing damage, you can see no left side end plate for the PGR driver. Flo home in 14th, and it'll be FRT Typical who comes home in 15th place. Typical picks up a penalty on the last lap, so he won't be able to get the fastest lap of the race, unfortunately. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into another fantastic race once more. It has been a really interesting race to take away, a lot of takeaways to look into for this race. It'll be a really good one to see what can happen for the rest of for this AEC season. We'll see though. Podium celebrations coming up then. MVR 1-2, as it always seems to be here in the Artemis Esports Championship in TRS and the Mini Series FRT. Back on the podium though, typical, got a few last season. Chelsea writes his name back on that third podium step. MVR 1-2 with Gabber and Justin. Chelsea in third, Amos Gergo in fourth, Shazoo Bobbers in fifth, PGR Lurch in sixth. I got to say my driver of the day, I will give it to Mr. PGR Lurch. What a great drive from P19 up in the P6. Timberrocks 1 in 7th, Tig Brutal in 8th, ET Andrea home in 9th, Venom in 10th, SLR Medal in 11th, Neil Gial in 12th, F2 Typical 13th, last point position going to TF10 Flow. Then Radius F1 with one of the last drivers there, ERT Jake, Finbob Lucas and PSR Boots, a double DNF for TTM, and a terrible race for BRT. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us once more here in AEC. Tune in next week where I believe we are off to, let's have a look. We will be going to, let me just find out, we are off to Silverstone. Silverstone Mini Series race was a fantastic last time out. Let's hope it is another great one. But MVR cap off a fantastic race here in Belgium with a 1-2. See you later everyone, see you all next week.